Howdy all, welcome to part 15 of my playthrough series of Conan Exiles Enhanced. As you can see, again, I'm not at my base, although I'm not in any particularly bizarre location. I'm actually along the north-south branch of Noob River, the first one, the most upstream one. So I'm right here, and right up here is the cave called, I think it's Skittering Cavern or something like that. We'll see when we get up there. At the back end of this cave, there is a three-skull giant spider that drops a skeleton key when you harvest it, and has a legendary chest, one of the only ones that's not in a dungeon. So it's a great place to go farm a legendary. I want a legendary for Dina, and maybe for myself. If I might farm this for a little bit until I get at least the thing I want for Dina, and maybe something for myself. And then I'm going to go back to the base and then up here. Right up here is something called Stargazer's Crest, which is a little camp that always has a jailer. And there could be a really good NPC in the jailer's cage. And it's a pretty good place because you can take your other NPC and just put them... Go back up here. Put them over here somewhere along this little ridge. There's nothing up here other than the people at Stargazer's Crest that will ever attack them. So it's a good place to leave them. Go take your new person off to your base and then come back and get your current follower. I'm going to leave Horse over here, standing guard, because having Horse go into the cavern is a bit of a pain in the butt. It gets kind of narrow at points. I thought it would be perfectly safe. One of the spiders came down and went over to attack us over here already. Let's see if I can get any ichor off this spider. A little bit. Not much. So... But if we kill all the spiders that are outside the cave, then Horse will be fine. So, as you can see, down right next to my hotbar, I've got the symbol for a potion of follower damage. So, I've already taken the Tears of Gullah. You'd have to do it this way. There we go. Dina has both the cooked pork and the salted pork food buffs, and I think that's it. So when we rode down here, just for yucks, so we came along here and down here, fought some hyenas. I didn't harvest anything, but we went, instead of dropping down like off the cliffs here, we went back around here so I could get the knowledge of the religion of Yogg. So I went to Shaman's Rise and talked to Nunu the Cannibal, and then went just right down around the corner here to learn about the Cavern of Fiends. Fought all the really, at my point, almost pointless to attack Davari exiles along here, to learn a little bit more about the Noob River area. Alright, so... let me back out just a little here. Dina and I... is this going to give me any kind of... No. I was wondering if I needed to change my journey steps, but there's nothing here. Wow, everything here is already fought and died. So when you come up here, and apparently it triggered as soon as we got down there. Here we go. Let's kill us some more spiders. There are 2 exiles in this little, tiny camp. A bunch of crocs will come over and attack them, and a bunch of spiders will come down and attack everything. So, nothing I really care about there. How about this person? Nothing. I want to harvest. Well, I definitely want to harvest, again, ichor if I can get it. Nothing. Alrighty. Yeah, I'd be a fool to turn down material to turn into leather and harden leather and so on. Oh, there's the other spider. So there's usually a few spiders down here, too. And let's go back to using the pick. Alright. I'm getting hardly any ichor off these guys. Oh, 73. Alright, that's not too bad. Don't need any more of that. Definitely don't need that. Oh, one of the crocs down below coming up the river was a corrupted croc, so I got some demon blood off of them. I changed all my armor, upgraded because I've got a tier 4 armor. I upgraded to the heavy armor, and then if you can see the little symbols there, I applied the armor reduction kits. What it does is it reduces the weight of the armor. It doesn't reduce the armor class. So the heavy armor also has the carrying capacity bonus, just like the medium armor does. But now I have exactly the same level of encumbrance as I had with the medium armor because of this armor reduction modification, with much better, I'm at a heavy armor at 650. Much better armor level. I'm going to reduce that a little bit so I can get the additional, there we go, follower damage, not much, but a little bit, from wearing the hyena fur boots. I guess it doesn't matter. Spiders aren't that tough. And dead. Oh yeah, there's also a little ghost here. It's like, hey, go in here and you'll die. Like, well, okay. That's not encouraging, but... Oh, you know what? I should probably eat something just so I don't get the alert later on. And... Ooh! A little graphical glitch there. Alright, let's see. And a little bit of ichor. No, wrong button. Go ahead and go away. Alright. Yeah, we'll stick with the Star Metal Short Sword. Alright, there's all... Got me before I got a chance to stab. That's another one on us? Oh, right here. Alright, I am going to harvest these along the way. Actually, you know what? I could just avoid it and then harvest them when I come back out off camera in between this and the next stage. Yeah, I think I'll do that for the sake of expediency. I don't know that I need any of this, any of the gossamer from these spider eggs. Because I got tons and tons of gossamer, no, actually silk, straight up silk, from breaking down paintings that I got in Sepper Maru. Come on, come on, let's get out of the way here. Let's see if we can get any of these little guys before we get the big guy. Come around the corner. Are you that? There we go. Now, there are 3 more spiders, smaller spiders, that are supposed to trigger from somewhere down around here before the UE5 upgrade. Like that one just popped in. They were already down here when you came in. Now, as happens with some locations and some creatures, you kind of have to wait for them to pop in. Oh, there we go. There's the other one. Alright, now there should be one more of these red widows. I hear it. I hear it. Alright, you think you're attacking me. Where are you? There it is. I kind of missed that one completely. Alright. There's another one? Alright, where are you? I gotta say, this wait until things pop in new, I wouldn't call it feature, new aspect of Enhanced is pretty annoying. Are you up here? No? Alright, see, there's the big guy. Alright, having one additional spider as opposed to 4. Oh, now the music's gone. Okay. And big guy is on us.
You don't want to cause trouble here.
Alright. Stabbity, stabbity, stabbity. Run away. Get some bleed on it. Stabbity, stabbity, stabbity. Oh. Oh, wow. Not that bad. I thought that was going to be a much worse. Oh, that one was pretty bad. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up here. There it is. There is another one. Little sneaky bastards.
Don't make me hurt you one.
Alright, now let's go get some sundering on this thing.
You don't want to cause trouble here.
There. I'll kill you too. Alright. Okay, so this helmet, the Nemedian, was generally considered a really good helmet. I mean, it is legendary, and if you can see, the stat on it here says it's karmic. What that means is that it will repair the durability of your weapons as you're wearing it and as you're using them. I think that's what it means, if I recall. There's the skeleton key. Ooh, nothing but ichor off that guy. I've never found that effect actually happens or it has any value or whatever. It's much better to break it down for the star medal that you get from a legendary. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh. The Sledge of Sotha Lanti, which is a strength weapon, 66 health damage, 44 armor pen. Why didn't I take it? There we go. That is the upgrade that Dina needed. Nice. That's a great upgrade. Alright, so what I am going to do is put this stuff away. I'm going to run this cave, because I'm on a private server. As soon as I leave the cave, the End of All Hope was what it was called. The giant spider is going to respawn. So I'm going to come back and run this cave a couple of times until I can get myself a better weapon and or shield and or bow or something. And then I will bring you back when we are probably, you don't need to see me do all the run up here, when we're probably right around here. You know, before we run up this pathway to get to Stargrazers. Alright, I will see you in a bit. And welcome back. So here we are up in the beautiful sunny climes of the Northern Highlands. And you can see we're right here just before we start the trail up here. We could go around here and fight some of the Sumerians around here in the Mountains of the Dead, which we might, but realistically what we're going for is Stargrazer's Crest up there. So, a couple of things. I discovered that leaving the cave and going back in didn't reset it. You had to actually leave the zone. So, I would go back and get horse, and then head down here to this island, and then back up. First time I tried it, I figured, what the heck? I tried jumping down all of the waterfalls here. First one, even though it seems it's pretty high, no damage at all, and then the next two, well, yeah, I took a fair amount of damage. But I only went back 2 more times because the first time I got Hanuman's Gada. Alright, this thing, this Warhammer, pardon me, War Club, is a monster. With the mod on it, 102 damage, armor pen of 44. It has Sunder, although I don't know if your thralls ever do a heavy attack. Or they rarely do, I think. But it's just an absolute beast. So much better than the other two-handed Warhammer or War Club that I got in the first time around. The next time, I got the Dueling Blade of the Hawk. Not my favorite, but it's 66 health, 9 armor pen, cripple, and it has a function called Severe. I think that's one of those, if your enemy gets low enough, it moves right to an instant kill, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look up what Severe is. But that should be enough to allow us to take on what's up there in Stargrazer's Crest. I also only did... So that only gave me 3 of those helmets called the Nemedian, or the Nemedian. So I broke those down when I went back to the base. I need to go back to the base anyway. I stopped harvesting ichor off the spiders because I had more than 1,000. Ooh, that came up closer than I thought. Alright, that's Stargrazer's. Right there. You see, there's the jailer. Looks like there is a fighter with a helmet on. So that could be a pretty tough fighter. Alright. And are we close enough to send? No. There we go. Alright, let's get Dina in there to get everybody's attention first. Come on, Dina. Get one of the hits in. One hit with that thing will kill anybody. Alright. Okay, how'd Dina survive? Not too bad. I don't know, 50%. That was a pretty hard whack. Alright, jailer has nothing but a key. Yay. Cook has some arrows. Good, because it looks like I'm pretty low. And the fighter, ooh, he's got a helmet. All right. So we got a helmet and a glove upgrade for Dina. So one of the other cool things here is there's this chest which always has lots of goodies in it. I'll take a backup bow. You know what? I'll take everything. Yeah. And one of the other changes, I don't remember ever being able to do this, but you can certainly do it now in Enhanced, is that, it's just an Armorer 3. You can see what's inside the cage without opening the cage. So I'm not going to waste that jailer's key on an Armorer 3. And like the cave down below, you would need to leave this zone to get this to reset. Unlike the cave, I don't believe that the cages always reset. You know what? Let's try to find out how far away we're going to have to go to get this, to consider ourselves out of the zone. Because this whole zone is Mounds of the Dead. Actually, if we ride around to go into the forest over there. I don't know if I want to ride around just in case we happen to catch the attention of... Let's find out. Let's see how well Dina does. First off, is she recovered? Yes. Let's see how well she does against one of these fighters here at this first roundhouse. Okay. 3 hits to a... Oh, it's fighter 1. Oh, got a good Star Metal Mace. When I get back to base, I might use that as an upgrade. How about this fighter? The entertainers often have... entertainer. They often have some decent weapons on them.
Crumbs, proxy balls.
2, 3, 4. Well, 3 kind of hits, but... okay. Numbing Wrap and some more arrows. I'll take those. That's it. Let's get your attention. Go get him. That didn't take long. Wow, nothing. Alright. I'm not sure without a full set of Sumerian armor if I want Dina to go in after all of those. Let's see if I can get this archer. Alright, now, I come over here. That'll pull the archer a little bit more. Come on. There we go. And boom. 2 hits. Granted, it was an archer 1. Boots, but she already has boots. I'll take them anyway. Alright. What are the odds? Let's see. How far away are we from here? Probably not enough. So let's go around this way until we get to the forest. Because then I'll know we'll definitely be in a different zone because it'll tell us. Am I going the right way? I am not. Come on. Alright. We're in a forest. Why doesn't it tell us that we're in the forest? There we go. The Dirgewood. That's the name of it. Okay. I gotta say, that weird hitch is still bothering me. And the horse sort of rears back like it's going to jump, except that's not what it's doing. Oh. Really? It's stuck on a stump? Alright, is that where we went up? No. That's where we went up. Alrighty then. Let's see whether or not we have had a respawn. Go up around here to get out of the way. And Yeah, see, it looks like there's nothing in the cage. But they've definitely respawned. Let's see if we can get anything good off of them. Oh, hey. Supposed to be running fast enough. There we go.
The bright joy of slaying.
That's not what I wanted to press. How about the healing potion? There we go.
Crumbs, foxy balls.
Get back to a weapon. Alright. How the... Oh, much better. Wow. Almost no damage. And just arrows. And, oh, all right. Oh, let's go ahead and take all. What about the fighter? Another helmet. And those are all the ones from last time. Yeah. Yeah, nobody in the cage. And we'll take all of that again. All right. I don't want to cut and go somewhere else. So let's go ahead and try to see if we can't farm any more armor or good weapons off of these. Ooh, yeah. Let's go down here and take on the Fighter 3 or Sumerian Berserker, depending on who shows up. Chances are it's a Fighter 3. On various characters, I've been in here a couple of times. Yeah, that's the right pool. And it's never been anything other than a Fighter 3. Allegedly, that could be a Sumerian Berserker, and if it is, that'll be a bummer. Sumerian Fighter 3. Wow. 2 hits. Oh, there we go. Tassets. Great axe. And let's put some of this stuff on horse here. Reduce my burden. There we go. Oop, wrong button. Yeah, that's the one. All right, folks. It's just shy of 30 minutes, so I think we'll call it here. I might farm this area a little bit more to get some more armor, but I think I've got enough to upgrade Dina to a complete set of Sumerian steel armor. And so I might just try to see if I can get somebody else out of Stargrazer's crest. Wow, thanks for the fog, guys. I guess Braga is right. It's foggy. So, thank you for joining me on this part 15 of my playthrough series of Conan Exiles Enhanced. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you have any questions or comments, do put them in the comment section below. If you're not a subscriber, you like what we do here and you want to, please do consider subscribing and maybe clicking that notification bell icon so that you get notified every time a new video goes up. With all of that said, here in the fog, stay safe, be well, and bye-bye.